We're wrapping down from the top of this climb, and it's a multi-pitch rappel, so I've got to come down, build an anchor, and then build a V-thread for us to continue down. So this is a steep stance. I'm just throwing in a backup knot behind my wrap system, and now I'm looking at the ice available to work with. I'm going to build a 2-screw anchor since it is a steep one. What I'm looking at here while I'm building this anchor is that it's going to be reasonably high up so that once I've got my V-thread built, I can use the anchor as an effective backup for my V-thread. If I build everything too low, it's going to be really uncomfortable and really hard to work with. So we have our screw anchor built. I'm going to clip myself in, lower down onto that. And now, just like as we're going uphill, when we're descending down, I want to be out of the way of ice fall, so I tend to come off to the side. One thing I want to do to close the system for my follower is clip in a hard bite into our anchor. So I'm going to do that here. And then I can take apart my rappel system. I can come off the ropes. Off rappel, Lindsay. I can start building my V-thread, but if at any point my follower has a problem with the rappel, I can always grab quickly for a backup firefighter belay and stop her. She's been moving really well, so I'm going to focus on building my V-thread. I've got a nice convex bulge here I can use. It's going to help me get my angles. This convex bulge is going to help me get good angles on the V-thread. So I'm going to start with the side that's closest to me. Long screw and nice homogeneous ice. That comes all the way around. Now I'm going to measure over at screw length, and then I'll start from here. And once I get that started, if I sight down my first hole, I can see if I'm lined up with it. Feeling for consistent ice, no air pockets, and then I can see right down in here that I nailed that thing. Got lucky. Keep those chips of ice out of there. There we go. So next step is get my end of the rope, pull that up, whatever's left, and my V-thread tool. And I'm going to place this, start the rope. Since we came in from the right, it's going to help me pull and feed the rope if I go in from the right side. So I can see that clearly back there. V-thread tool is going back. I grabbed a little too much of the rope. Just want to get right at the end. There we go. Okay, first thing I'm going to do before sending this is tie a stopper knot. Since we're doing a pre-rigged rappel, both of us will be set up for the next rappel once we've pulled the ropes all the way. I'm just putting one knot. Lindsay's on the end closing the system for me, and then once I rappel, I can close the system for her. So one knot will do to keep me from going off. All right, once you keep coming down, I'm going to just clip in the same pocket as me. Great. So we're going to pull ropes here. Yeah, I don't want to make sure we don't lose the other end of the rope. Here's our middle. So you can keep pulling. I've got this. Okay, I've got the other end of the rope just so we don't lose it. And there's a knot in there I need to take out. Okay, go ahead, keep pulling that. Rope! We're down. I'm going to use our anchor as our backup for the thread. And I was intentional in my spacing so that this locking carabiner has minimal slack in it, but it's not weighted. When we rappel, our weight's going on the thread, but we have an effective backup. I'm going to test this, put some weight on it, and I'm looking for any cracking. Nothing there. I know this was a nice deep hole, so I'm feeling good about it. But steep stance, we're going to leave our backup on. So I'll finish getting rigged up, putting this catastrophe knot in again just to back up while I commit. Lindsay, you're gonna go on there. All the way up there, there we go. We're all rigged up to go here. I'm gonna just go a top-down check. So 2 screws, Lindsay, you're gonna clean those once before you come down. We have our backup, which is not getting weighted. You got 2 ropes in and locked, 2 ropes in and locked. I have my backup on locked, and I'll pull out my catastrophe knot before we go. So we come off our tethers there. We're fully committed to our system with our good backup, minimal slack. We're ready to wrap to the ground. All right, I'll give a shout when I'm down. Keep your brake hand on. As soon as I'm down, you can clean the anchor and head on your way. So while Lindsay's breaking the anchor down here, I'm giving her the firefighter backup belay. If something goes wrong, I just pull down on these strands.